Hi, I'm HOIO from the House of Israel, Ohio. Hebrews, can we leave the Christians alone about their Sunday worship? If there's anything that I could offer as some wisdom for people who have a heart to bring Christians into the Sabbath or bring Christians over to Saturday worship or fellowship, is remember a few things. They're drunk. Christians are drunk. You trying to tell a Christian about the Sabbath, they're not going to comprehend it in their carnal mind. This is a very mature teaching, and it takes a lot of wisdom. It takes some elegance to even display, convey, or even tell people about the Sabbath. When you say Sabbath to a Christian, all they hear is Saturday. When you say Sabbath to a Christian, they don't relate it to an appointed time. One thing I remember is Saturday is not just the Sabbath, and Sabbath is just not Saturday. And so when you tell a Christian you need to come over to the Sabbath, they hear Saturday. They don't hear the experience of Sabbath. They don't hear cease, repose, and stop, rest, and celebrate. They don't hear the joy of the Sabbath. They don't hear the simcha of the Sabbath. They don't hear that. All they hear is Saturday. They think, well, it's just church on Saturday. I could go to church any day. I could worship any day. I could rest any day. I could celebrate any day. And so they're not grabbing the ideal of Sabbath from a perspective of reverence. They don't have that understanding. And so when you say you need to be on a Sabbath, all they hearing is being on Saturday. Look, it's more than Saturn day. Saturn day. There's more to it. Sabbath is an experience. And since they don't know what the Sabbath is, they now have to be taught and trained what the Sabbath is. Not Saturday, Sabbath. They have to learn what Sabbath is through training. You now have to make it life for them. Once you make it life for them, then you have a more opportunity for them to fall in love with the Sabbath. You don't want them to just keep Saturday because it's the right thing to do. You want them to fall in love with the Sabbath, or better yet, the Sabbath giver. So when you're dealing with a Christian that's been drunk for years, and society is saying to do it this way, and everybody around them, their influence is all saying to do it a certain way. When you're around a Christian that's that drunk, as Yeshua said, his congregation will be established by revelation. His congregation will be established by confession and revelation. Peter, he had that revelation. A Christian needs to come to the revelation of the Shabbat in order for it to be life for them. If that Shabbat does not have that revelation attached to it, will it really be life? Is this something that you could teach them and train them, encyclopedia, and doctrinize them and try to show them all the T's of what's right? I mean, when we're dealing with a drunk Christian, you understand that they have to be sobered up, rehabilitated, de-churched. Sabbath is so far from church. For them to say, you're going to keep the Sabbath, you say you're going to keep Saturday, they're still going to say, oh, you just go to church on Saturday. That's the only thing different. There's a lot of things different. There's a tons different. And so now the next question is, are they even converted in the first place? Because if they're converted, it's not that if you love me, you keep my commands, John 14:15. It's because you love me. It causes you to want to keep my commands. The truth be told, we can't get a Christian to see the Shabbat because to us, Shabbat is still just Saturday. See, you have to have the experience of the Shabbat first. You have to fall in love with the Shabbat first. If you still see Shabbat as just Saturday or Saturn day, then you will constantly go and try to convert people to Saturn day and not actually try to convert them into the giver of the Shabbat, Yeshua HaMashiach. Another question to ask yourself, are they converted? Are you trying to save, convert, or cross people over into the Sabbath or into Saturn day? Or are you really trying to convert their soul? What's more important? What is the greater principle? Their soul. And so you badger a Christian down about them worshiping on Sunday. And the truth is, all they're just seeing is a day difference. That's it. they're seeing a day difference. If you're called, if you have a heart to bring Christians out of their Sunday pagan idolatry worship and bring them into Saturday, get wisdom, get training, get understanding, and we're willing to help you go through the process. We're willing to help you develop. We're located at 4601 East Broad Street, Whitehall, Ohio, 43213. Our phone number is 614-600-1377. You can hit us up at houseofisraelohio.com. Hit us up on Facebook. I'm HOIO, and I'm out.